So, as someone who travels roughly 8 countries a year, travel almost every week. I think this past run, I've done 9 weeks in a row of travel. There are some things that truly could make it so that doing this much travel doesn't hurt your body and your physical, especially if you're someone who wants to travel more in life. So, thing number one is you need a rolling suitcase. One, because sometimes it's just much easier to transport, it's easier on your body, it's easier on everything whenever you have to make it from point A to point B really quickly. Trying to carry duffel bags is just not it. Thing number two, I do recommend investing in TSA PreCheck, and you can do that through a really good travel credit card. Thing number three, I think when it comes to travel credit cards, a lot of people get really soaked into the hype and think that they have to go get the Amex Platinum card when it may not actually fit their specific travel needs. The Amex credit card and some of those higher end credit cards are $500 and up. So before you go and sign up for a credit card that you don't probably need and you won't get the absolute best use out of just because everybody and their mama seems to have one right now, pause and really go through their benefits and validate the fact that those are things you actually use. If you don't go to Saks, then that $100 Saks credit probably is not something that you traditionally would be saving money on, especially if you did naturally go and spend the money there. If you don't go to Equinox naturally, that $300 Equinox credit doesn't work for you. There isn't an Equinox near you. If it's not something you naturally would use, then you're not actually saving money, you're just spending money. For example, I am a Lyft girly, always have been a Lyft girly. Therefore, Chase has better redemption on Lyft, and therefore I go with them. That makes sense for me. I think when it comes to getting Clear versus PreCheck, I know some things cover Clear, some things only cover PreCheck and Global Entry. If you've been traveling recently, you know that sometimes there isn't always that much more of a savings between having Clear and having PreCheck. So do the math for yourself and don't end up in debt because technically there are rewards that you naturally wouldn't use, and now you've just kind of tricked yourself into spending an extra $600 a year that you technically don't really use anyway, right? Make sure that the benefit actually fits the user and then sign up for what makes sense for you. But what I will say is having a travel credit card is helpful. It is helpful, right? For me, just the DoorDash piece alone of some of these credit cards make it make sense for me. I have a card where it's $95 a year through Chase, and I think I get $100 a year in DoorDash related credits. So as a result, since I tend to order DoorDash 2 times a week, I get a lot of savings out of it. Therefore, it makes sense for me. I get 5% back on all of my Lyft travel. I use Lyft several times a week, so that actually works for me. I get a 3% back on eating out. That makes sense because I eat out, and that works for me, right? So make sure that the benefits match you and that the benefits are always more. The other piece about getting a travel credit card is sometimes when you just Google and it shows you a credit card link, sign up link, that's sometimes the worst possible offer, right? It'll be you'll get 60,000 bonus points, right? And you'll think it's cool because 60,000 bonus points in some of these credit card companies is $600, right? But then you'll hear how someone else got actually 100,000, right? But you've already signed up for the $60,000 offer, 60,000 point offer. So there's a guy on Instagram, I think his name's Zach Burrell or something travel, and he tends to keep a list of the best credit card offers that currently exist, and I'm going to try to tag him in this video. But then you can see what is a true max best offer and sign up for the actual max best offer. For my folks who the Amex Platinum card did, work for them, the advertised point redemption thing was I think 90,000, but the true max best offer was 150,000. So because they found this list, they were able to get that hyperlink, and that's the one that they've gone with, and now they're truly getting benefits that are worth it, right? The next thing I want you to think through is like sometimes when we're traveling, we don't make room for, let's just say, like therapy appointments or X, Y, and Z. And it can be easy, especially when you're switching time zones, to forget things like that. So I've actually made like alarm clock reminders, not just calendar invites that say, hey, 15 minutes, you have your therapy appointment. Little things like that make it so that I don't miss something because I am actively expecting it and I actively have like a really loud reminder that says, hey, go do this thing. My next tip is also around health and wellness is find your local grocery store at wherever you're going to. Stock up on like maybe a couple fruits, some waters, some veggies. It's probably cheaper than going to your hotel area, but it'll also help you when you need like healthier snacks while on the road. So for me, I tend to try to find hotels that are near grocery stores because that helps me always have like healthy options. Because before I did this, like I gained, I think one year when I was doing crazy travel going into this, like I gained like 20 pounds, and I made these type of changes, and I think I'm like down like around half of that now, and the goal is to eliminate the other added weight that I gained throughout these past couple of years of like heavy traveling. So put yourself in a position to be successful. It also helps you because sometimes eating out while you're traveling all the time is really expensive, but going to like a Whole Foods, hot bar, sometimes it's cheaper. So like sometimes, that may be like a good alternative or like a local alternative to help you cut down on costs, get some healthy food into your system, and make it so that, your health is not put at risk while you are traveling heavy. I think those things are really important. And then lastly, like, I'm not saying you have to go and use every hotel gym that exists, but here's a couple ideas. One, once or twice, do use the hotel gym. Like, walk around the cities if you can get an opportunity. The other thing is sometimes different places have like free sign up offer, like your free first class, da 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 da. Like, look if any of those exist where you're going and sign up. Like, if a place has like $35 for like a free week or unlimited classes, do that, and then maybe try out a yoga class that is at the location that you're at. These simple things make it so that your health is actually being taken care of. You're in the best possible state to travel and to really enjoy where you're going. And you're actually getting like the full benefit of being somewhere new, because you're enjoying local foods, enjoying local events, but also not exhausted from all the traveling that you might be doing because you're setting your body and your mental up for the best possible outcome. So try that. That's what really works for me, especially because, as I said, I travel like almost every single week, so I have to really be mindful of how like my physical, my mental health is affected by not always really being stable and being in a stable location. So let me know what you think. I also am always open for other people's feedback and what other folks have been doing and how that's working out for them. But yeah, let me know. Bye.